Welcome to the video, guys. Today I'm going to get into the number one tip I think all beginner copywriters need to take to heart before they write their first headline. First, I want to start with a quote by one of my favorite guys, Tim Ferriss. Many a false step was made by standing still. Think about that one. Alright, I'm not going to start with a joke today because this is a serious subject and we need to waste no time getting into it. Everybody has frameworks that they use to teach copywriting. In fact, there's frameworks for all kinds of elements of business, but they all miss out on one key thing. They miss out on the thing you need to have down before you write a single sentence, before you come up with a single angle. And that thing is, what is the story that you're trying to tell? See, if you're selling a product, yeah, we know we need benefits, not features, and we need to speak in the customer's language, but none of that's gonna matter if we can't align this product with the story that the customer tells themselves about themselves. See, there's one thing that binds all of humanity together, and as Naval Ravikant once said, is the single thing that human beings have in common that allowed them to win against all other animals. And that was their ability to tell stories. Stories are what unite us together for a cause. Stories are the things that make one person relate to another because they have an intangible value system that they both share. That's why anyone in the world who follows a specific religion instantly relates to another person who follows that religion. They both share the same story. So what I want you to do when you're writing your copy is think, what is the story that my product tells that I can use to align against my customer in the exact same way? Just like someone who is religious meeting another person of that same religion, so that they feel like they already know what you're about and know what you're gonna give them. This sounds like it might be hard to do, but it's really not hard to do at all. One of the easiest ways to spot this is by looking at fitness brands. Fitness is a super easy story. People either think they're already in great shape and they're super jacked and awesome, or they think they're trying to get in shape and one day will be super jacked and awesome. There's a little bit of an in-between with certain brands, but for the most part, that's what it is. It's a future-based cause for them to aspire to. So it's very easy for the fitness brands to give them something that aligns with that story they're telling themselves. If they wear these clothes, they're further down this journey that's going to slowly remove cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is when what you think about yourself and what you really are don't align, and human brains hate when that happens. So write your sales letter thinking, my customer has an idea about themselves. They have an idea about where they want to get and where they are right now. How can this product remove the cognitive dissonance that they might be feeling about this process? If they're scared that they're trying to start a business and that it's not going to work out, how can you relate the fact that this product is actually going to take them from being scared it won't work out to confident it will work out? That story is ultimately going to be the most important thing in anything you write. Because without it, you're just going to be a hollow list of bullet points of features and cool doodads and zip-dahs that nobody can relate to. Apple, another great example. Yeah, they sell tech products, and tech products all basically do the same thing. But Apple isn't really a tech company. Apple's a design company. And that's a huge advantage because design has nothing to do with megahertz or megapixels or how fast your CPU is. Design is about appealing to people on a level that they relate to, just like a story. See where I'm going with this? All the brands that people will fight for, that people align themselves with in the most personal ways, tell a story about that person that they didn't realize needed to be told. Maybe everybody has an iPhone now, but look back to when the first iPhone came out. It wasn't just a cool cell phone. It was a statement about who you are. And that's a pretty bold thing when you think about it. So if I'm trying to write an info product that makes a statement about who you are, how am I going to do that? It sounds like it's probably pretty difficult, right? Well, it's really not so difficult if you follow the framework that I recommend. That framework is by starting backwards and figuring out who you're not. This sounds a little bit abstract, but it actually comes together pretty quickly in reality. Ben Settle sells his copywriting newsletter. He doesn't even call it a copywriting newsletter. It's really just a business newsletter. Quickly, if you read his sales pages, you see that he does a lot of screening to get rid of people he doesn't like. He tells you that there's no refunds. If you quit, you can never sign up again. If you send them an email that pisses him off, you are automatically ripped off the list. Doesn't seem like good customer service, does it? When in reality, it's the best customer service. Because it was never about those people who don't fit into his outline to begin with. No. It was about the people who read that and say, yeah, I'm not like that. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not going to send him annoying emails, and I'm going to stay on the list. So what happens is he gets people who are actually aligned with his cause to buy his product. And then synergistically, they like the product more, he likes helping them more, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship. It's really not hard to do. So go back and answer these 3 questions regarding your product before you do any sales writing. 1, who is the customer that I'm trying to serve? There's someone out there specifically who your product is going to make their life better. Figure that out, and then answer number 2. What story can I tell that this person is going to relate to? Back to our Christianity example, if someone is wrestling with existential dread because they feel like they've been a bad person their whole life, well, if you tell them a story about Jesus who helps people be a bad person and then become a good person, they say, hey, I like that product. I'm going to buy it. And they start going to church. Once they start going to church, you have to answer number 3. And that is, what is the future that I want to provide for this person that they also see themselves live in, thus removing any cognitive dissonance? I don't want to beat the Jesus example to death, so I'm going to use the fast car example. They see themselves cruising down the road in their drop-top Ferrari, picking up girls, revving their engine, and showing everybody just how much cooler they are than you. Buy a copywriting course, you're going to hear the Shopify cha-chings coming in so fast that you got to turn your notifications off. That's the future-based cause they're fighting for. So go back, answer those 3 questions, and rewrite your copy. I guarantee that no matter what your product is, even if the features and benefits aren't so obvious, the person that you're selling to is going to relate to you so quickly that it ends up not mattering because they just want to be part of your story. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We are almost at 10 minutes here. I don't want to waste any of your precious time by dragging this out anymore. But once you've gone and you've answered those 3 questions, go back and watch the Gary Halbert video, especially the ADA part, and use that framework to actually start putting together your web page. After you do that, actually before you do that, go to cjboak.com, got the link in the description, and sign up for my email list where I give you stuff that's even better than this. I know that's hard to believe. All right, baby, over and out.